Louisiana Beer Reviews, Dogfish Head 90-minute IPA. This is not sold in Louisiana, but I was able to buy a bottle of it at H.E. Butts in the Woodlands, Texas. People have asked me over the years to do a review of it. Well, it's the first time I got my hands on it. It's an Imperial IPA. It's continuously hopped all throughout the brewing process. It's 9% alcohol. It's a 90 IBU, so very high bitterness unit. It's introduced in 2001, and it's brewed in Delaware. So we have a beer from the Old South, one of the Old South states. Beer Advocate rates it world class, their highest possible score. The Bros also give it a world class rating. Rate Beer gives it 100 out of 100 and 100 out of 100 for the style. So this is one of the most highly rated beers on the planet. Let's see if it lives up to that. I'm sure it will. Nice hiss. It says poured in a snifter. I don't actually have a snifter. A lot of smoke. So this cocktail glass will serve as a pour substitute. Okay. Medium off-white head and a, well, sort of hazy, can't really see through it, very bubbly amber appearance. It's a brilliant amber appearance. That is one bubbly beer, and this is not an etched glass, so that's interesting right there off the bat. Let's see, the sun is really too high of an angle, about 85-degree angle. I don't see any sediment floating about, but there might just be too much glare that's keeping me from detecting it. Let's go with the aroma. It's very juicy, but at the same time it's very malty. You pick up rich, medium roasted barley malt, a toastiness, certainly a toastiness, and that fruitiness. Think of like, I think Chris Stelz on his channel talked about mango. That's not a bad description, really. I hope it doesn't taste like mango. I don't really like mangoes with their old slimy body. But let's go with the flavor. Yeah, really fruity, juicy, with an underlying sugary, sweet malt flavor. Get the bread dough, breadiness, pleasant breadiness. Of course, a lot of hop bitterness, but it's not super hoppy and super bitter like I was expecting. They say apparently you can age the beer, but this is not an old bottle. Here we are in May, and it was bottled in March of the same year. March 2013, here we are in May 2013. So the hops have obviously not, and when I bought this it was a month old, the hops have not deteriorated. It's just that a lot of times you get these beers that are supposed to be so super bitter, and then you drink them and you find out that really they're not. Certainly I'm not complaining. I was just expecting a hop bomb, and more what I'm really getting is more like a hop firecracker. The mouthfeel is medium, a little oily. There is underlying bitterness, of course. There's some prickly carbonation. The finish is Well, like most beers, I drink semi-dry. This beer is pleasant to drink. Finishes sweet, sort of brandy-like. I say sort of, not really. And the drinkability is not so bad. You don't pick up a lot of alcohol. You do pick it up in the undertaste. You pick up the alcohol. And now that I've had a few sips, you do feel it warming down the throat. If I drink this glass very quickly, I will feel it in the head. I'm not going to, though, drink it that quickly. I'm going to eat some bean soup with it, and with some cheese and French bread and some salad. So it's not going to affect me that much. If I lay down for a nap, it might knock me out for a little bit. I wouldn't suggest gulping this down, but I could do it. I could gulp this down very easily, but I'm not a beer gulper really. So it's not as extreme or as hoppy or as bitter or as rich as the hype led me to believe. But how would I rate it? Their lacing is nice. It's thin, but it's a nice little sheen. Certainly, it's an outstanding beer. It's really flavorful. It's bold. It's enjoyable. I wouldn't be scared off by this at all. I would not let myself be scared off by this at all. Now the 120 IPA, that's like 15% alcohol. Yeah, you better watch out for that. You better take little tiny sips, because you don't want it to like knock you in the head like that Santa Claus has done me, which is such a strong lager, a malt liquor. But I think the hype is a little overplayed with this. I mean, we're all used to this now. Okay, it's 12 years after the debut of this beer, and I'm not disparaging it in any way, and I would recommend that you get it. If you can find it, buy it and try it. I think you'll love it. It's warming up fast out here because it's hot outside, but yeah, just all around good. I mean, it's one of those beers that's 100% good and 0% bad. It's all about what you like. I tend to like ales, and I like India Pale Ales. I like extreme bold beers. I don't like nasty beers. You know, you can get some of those high gravity lagers that are, yeah, they're extreme. They have high alcohol and they taste horrible. This does not. I'm going to give it a solid A. I'm not going to say world class though. I'm going to give it an A plus, solid A plus. I'm going to say outstanding. It's an outstanding beer, not world class in my opinion, but it's not far from that. So, excuse me, and it's not expensive. I think the bottle I bought was like, I have the ticket, the receipt somewhere, but I think it was like $1.85 for the bottle. It's not bad for a single sample. So, I'm gonna burp a lot with this. Laissez Le Bon Temps Roulé. This is an outstanding beer, and I'm gonna end this review by saying, y'all come on down to sunny today. Sunny and warm, but it's usually only warm in southeastern Louisiana from around April to early November. So anyway, sunny and warm southeastern Louisiana.